or share information. It's time to sound off. Now, here's Greg.
10:06 here this morning on your Saturday on Sound Off with Chris and Greg right here on AM 1290 and FM 107.5 and WKBKRadio.com, streaming to the world. Thanks for joining us this morning. This program brought to you by Elm City Bagels and Deli with bagels, soups, and salads, lunch goodies, sandwiches, platters, gluten-free options. They're on West Street in Keene. Don't forget you can always call us with your comments and questions at 357-1290 or email us at gpregent@WKBKRadio.com. And always follow along our conversation here this morning on Facebook. Coming up a little later on the program from 11 until 11:30, Damien Likita from the Monadnock Area Peer Support will be joining us from the Monadnock United Way. We'll talk to him about that. But first, right now, joining us in the studio is Zack Cooper from Brewtopia on Washington Street in Keene, and we're going to talk a little about some home brewing. Thanks for joining us this morning, Zack.
Thank you for having me.
Excellent. Now, many folks, they kind of know your store. Of course, one of my favorite stores, and I think Chris's also favorite stores in the city of Keene. You have a great selection of beer there and everything, but, give us a quick history, as we've kind of had some local folks who own some businesses in Keene here in downtown, and how, you got started and how you ended up owning Brewtopia there.
Well, basically I was working a couple jobs to get through school, one at High Street and another one doing odd jobs for a contractor, and just basically working 80 hours a week to pay for school because it's really expensive.
Right.
And basically, started bringing in better beer to there and sort of wanted to start my own place. So, did up a business plan, saved a bunch of money, got a partner, and, we did all the renovations ourselves and just basically plugged away at it until it happened. It took about a year and a half to get it up and going, but the hardest part of the whole thing was definitely saving the money, because no one wants to give somebody in their 20s any money, especially the banks. They say, oh yeah, we'll give you all the money you want or whatever, but if you don't have anything to take away, they don't want to give you anything. So, as long as you can come up with the money for it, a lot of hard work, be prepared to work 80 hours a week. I worked, 580 days without a break, working 10 to 12-hour days for that long before I had a full day off, and I still don't get full days off. So as long as you're willing to work hard enough at something, I really honestly believe that you can make almost anything work.
It's like the old mom and pop store. You start a mom and pop store, you know that you're going to own it and you're going to live it for the period of time until you feel like you can allow somebody else to go in, because you've got to keep your costs low and you've got to be able to move product. So you've got to be in there all the time selling it.
Well, no one's going to do as good a job as you, is sort of the way that I kind of look at it. You can buy your beer from anybody, and you can buy your homebrew supplies online or, a bunch of other places, and we have to distinguish ourselves through good customer service. And I really feel like a lot of the good customer service is kind of a dying art form. You go into a big box retailer, you go into whatever, and they barely talk to you, and they don't really care, and I want to make sure that our customers get exactly what they want, and I want to make sure that, if they have questions, they're treated with respect, and they're also, treated really well, and that's really, really important to me.
It's the common thing that we've heard. Even Ted talked about it, that he does something that the big box stores don't do. He gives that more personal care, and that's exactly what you're saying, too. You can go pick up a six-pack at any place, or you can go and really learn about what it is that you're drinking and why it is the taste that it is. You know everything and anything about bringing somebody through what they're enjoying.
Yeah, we do try our best, and that's important, especially with the proliferation of craft beer. Since we've been open, the supermarkets have put in, Hannaford's put in like a quasi mix and match thing, and
I have noticed that.
Yeah.
Before there was not that. They didn't have anything like that. Their idea of craft beer was Sam Adams.
Yeah.
And then when you guys came into town, all of a sudden Price Chopper did it, Hannaford did it, and you have this little kind of neat craft beer section.
Yep.
In response to what you're doing. Now, when did you guys actually open up?
We opened up, our 3-year anniversary is actually coming up May 2nd, so 3 years ago, May 2nd. So.
Wow, that's That's fast, man.
Yes. Sometimes feels like either
Feels
really
like
fast
30
or eternity.
It's one or the other.
I don't know. I like getting up and coming to work, and I really enjoy interacting with our customers and stuff. And if you like what you do, it's not as bad. And I don't know.
Could you see yourself, opening up other stores?
I want to open up other businesses because I'm an ardent believer that to really make a solid living, you really need to have multiple businesses to really be highly successful. I mean, I can make a living doing what I do.